And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the New Orleans Saints. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. It gets by him, and now a little daylight. He's at the 40. 20. Or touchdown, Buffalo. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
90, Wolf. Check, 53 is mine. All day, baby, all day, all day, all day. Now. Begin. Switch.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now second and 4.
Mike, 53. All day, baby, all day. Yeah. Crash. Watch the edge.
Kamara. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Brings up third down and 5.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Switch up.
From the 38, Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he coughed it up. The Saints say they have it, and they do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Good. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bills' 34.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Hey, watch this, watch this. Get it.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ready, ready. 10-2, sir. 53, smart. I got it. No. Off. Hey, switch gears. Hey. Buds. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Watch the backer. Smooth. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Minshew. Allen's got it complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 17-yard line.
Let's go.
First down.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw.
At the 17-yard line.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Hey, Echo. 53's mine. Ready?
Minshew, 1st and 10. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Recon, 132 fighter. 49.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here this first quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Now that one hurts defensively. They forced them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On first down, Allen. Going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Allen going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 30. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, Dobbins. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 22.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. Hauschka with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Saints 7.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They trail a 1-score deficit 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. They complete it to Hill. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure, he's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Allen now looks to throw. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch a slack. Watch a slack. Watch a slack. Tight.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that's complete to Croft. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Right there. 54 Mike. Watch the curl.
On first down, Dobbins. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 5 now. Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Hey, 180! Check Mike 54. Mike 56. Middle. 22-jet bomber.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
That's it, baby. We got it all day up in here. We got it all day.
Now Hausch going to tack on the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, throwing back across his body. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Hauschka now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike 53.
You don't want this.
Get it.
On the ground, this is Kamara. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Hey, check 24.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, foxtrot.
3's the mic. 53 is the mic.
From the 41, Minshew. They're going deep for Hill. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man there to knock it away that time.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 37-yard line.
Mike 54. 6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
54 Mike.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine.
On third down, Dobbins. Look at the spin. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. That's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
53.
Bravo.
I'm coming.
It's fine.
From just shy of midfield, Minshew. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Minshew. It's Hill, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Set. 30 base.
Check 53's Mike.
Silver.
Let's go.
Minshew sets to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Shaq Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And the Bills are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
X3, 218, chopper.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the counter. Dobbins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Brown 80. Mark 54. Check, 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 check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
54, right there.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Good move, but not much to show for it. Still inside the 5. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Minshew. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just
the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 9.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Go!
They run here with Singletary. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. On the ground, it's Singletary. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And Oliver. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Come on, set. 18, Gator.
Check. 52.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Ready. 70, Indy.
Thomas now. From the gun, he'll throw. Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does, is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Thomas. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect